What's up, guys? Jordan Zettler here. I'm going to dump up my bag for you. I'm going on my first elk hunt ever in Colorado. This is going to be an over-the-counter tag for archery elk. The purpose of this video is for me to help out other hunters who are just starting to get into it like myself and learn what we need, what we don't need, things I'm going to drop over time as far as empty out of my bag or leave it in the truck. So let's get to the bag. I have a Alps Commander X frame and pack, and in the pack, the way I'll kind of break it down for gear purposes is in this upper compartment I have camera gear, battery packs, extra batteries, SD cards, chargers. There's two compartments. That's compartment 1. Compartment 2 is more like toiletries and medical supplies, sleep aids, ibuprofen, fish oils, and that alcohol wipes. And this pack is basically all after the kill. I have my knife, I have my game bags, replaceable blades in there, and a very important thing after the kill too that I have is some seasoning to cook some fresh elk. At the very bottom of the pack I have extra clothes. At the very bottom compartment that Alps Commander X packs come with is a rain cover for your pack. In my main compartment, I have sleeping bag and tent. What's in this little side compartment, which is actually for a spotting scope, is the stakes, I should say, for my tent and the rain fly. So let's dig into it and I'll go over the gear a little more specifically. So I'm going to be working from the top compartment down, which was camera gear, batteries, and household medical supplies. So I'll open up medical supplies first and I'll try to fly through this. I have toothpaste, cut off toothbrush, I have chapstick. I don't know how this one ended up like this, but a roll of toilet paper where we lost the center due to our 2-year-old. This is got a little bit of everything in it. I got Benadryl in case I get into poison ivy or stung by a bee or something. I'm not allergic, but poison ivy and poison sumac and me don't get along very good. I have fish oil, I have some sleeping aid gummies, and then I have some ibuprofen. So it's just kind of a little pill bag for me that has a little bit of everything that I could use. Diaper rash cream. I have some big thighs and they rub together. I will probably apply this both in the morning and in the evening. Okay, an emergency blanket. I'm going to use it both for emergency and for when we got an elk, we need to process it, we need places to lay the quarters. A small pack of emergency matches. What I end up doing here, or say waterproof matches, is I took some lint and toilet paper and I stuffed in the top here to kind of be a fire starter. So I have a handful of butt wipes, an alcohol prep pad for in case something bad happens, and with that I have a gauze pad. And then last thing in that compartment is Neosporin. The other thing I'll probably have to, which I'm not putting in there yet until we leave the truck, is a small Ziploc bag of baby wipes. Kind of use that both to clean yourself a little bit and or use it to wipe when I go number 2. I don't know what I'm going to prefer, whether I use just regular toilet paper or the baby wipes. So we will move on to the camera battery pack section. What I have for a camera is a Canon EOS M100. It's actually what I'm using to film this. So that camera right there, that's sitting on a small adjustable tripod, would be in this pack. I have a bigger lens, a 55 to 200 millimeter lens, a battery charging station for the Canon batteries, 1 battery in the camera and 2 spare batteries that'll go on the charger here, a headlamp will be in here, and then a battery pack. This is called a Power Aid with 2 Ds, a couple spare batteries for the headlamp when the light runs out, 2 different wipes like microcloths for the lenses of the camera. And then one of my SD cards is in the camera, and I have 2 others extra. I have 2 64 gigs and 1 200 gig. So now we will be going through the kill bag section. What I have in here is a little my own little recipe of seasoning I like to use with whitetail. This is for the kill if we get one. This is my tag. And actually what's in there too is my extra elk reeds. I have 3 of those. Caribou game bags. There is 4 quarters and 1 for back straps and other meat. Camping spoon in here too. So what this is an outdoor edge razor. A folding knife with replaceable blades. Pretty much like a Havilon, except it's a lower quality. I think 7 different blades in here, and I think that would be enough to get us through my elk at least. Some electrical tape, and then the last little bit, I don't know what I will need these for, but they never hurt, as some zip ties, a couple of those, and then some rope. Alright, now I'll be going through this bottom section of the bag, which is mostly clothing. I keep all clothing, if I remember correctly. So I have bought some merino wool socks, ankle socks, because I prefer those. Cabela's poofy jacket for when the weather gets cold. Here is my First Light merino wool underwear. I have a long, thick pair of socks in case the night gets cold. I have a stocking cap also for night sleeping or in case the weather gets cold. 6-set gear, long sleeve hoodie, a light pair of gloves, a light raincoat. Alright, what I have here underneath the kill bag is a Thermarest Z Light Original Ultralight Foam Camping Pad. Alright, one thing I will not get into yet is that there is a small compartment in this Commander X pack that has a gun sling and I believe a bow sling. What's even further underneath that, which is velcroed at the very bottom of the bag where it connects to the frame pack, is the rain cover for the whole Commander Z frame pack. One thing I didn't mention yet was that I actually tied or attached, did a little press knot here on my pack with my rangefinder. It's a Simmons rangefinder. So for camp, I have it's a Stanley cooker. Obviously you cook it for water, you use food, cook with it. Inside of it I have kind of all my drinks. Alright, so this is actually my tent. The last but not least in this compartment is my sleeping bag. It's a Coleman 30-degree rated sleeping bag. Alright guys, the next thing we have is the spotting scope case. And all I have is the rain fly in here and the stakes for the tent. And I normally probably would just not pull this out, but I want to find out the brand of the tent for you guys. Oh, I think it might actually be a Bushnell single person tent. What I will be doing, because it is such a cheap tent, is I will be buying the tent waterproof spray, probably 2 cans, and I'll spray the whole thing, the rain cover and the tent itself, just for condensation. So what I have, obviously you saw this was a Phelps Game Call Born and Raised series. I have 4 of the black bro reeds, and then I have a smoke in a bottle, right? 2 important items, a reed and smoke in a bottle, right at your hips there to grab when you need it. One other thing I did not unpack, which I have a dirty water bag. I guess that was actually stuffed too far underneath the sleeping bag. It's a platypus dirty water bag, a platypus, bladder in between my pack and my frame. Satial water filtration bottle. Just fill it up and drink right out of the bottle. My grandma gave it to me as a gift. This is actually a Primo shooting stick that I unscrewed the top off, and I'll be using the camera. I'll screw the camera on top of that. I got this bow last year for my first bow ever, so I'm pretty new to the archery game. What I'm using is gold tip arrows, 340 spline with Montec G5s, 100 grain broadheads. I ended up buying a bear species last year. So the things I'm changing out, I changed out with the wicker basket for a quad drop rest with a single pin sight. That's what I'm going to switch to that I currently do not have. I have a Max Hunter release, thumb release. Guys, if you stuck along this long for this video, thank you very much. Thank you for watching this video. If you want to see more, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and we'll bring you more videos soon.